bears, I'm Strawberry Stubwound, and I have personally seen the worst types of art of both Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde, all affecting my BitLife stats, but hey, at least I can suffer for content. Before I start this video, I personally see both Judy and Nick as people of color. I feel art is all about how you perceive it, and I know some people may think I'm reaching with certain points, but when I saw this movie when I was 12, I had already connected to Judy and her experiences resonated a lot with me. Oh, and there will be a lot of talk of race. I mean, it's Zootopia, like what would you expect? So if me not drawing them white hurts your feelings and makes you want to piss your pants and cry, please go write your racist arrogant comment in your notes app, reflect, and have your mom wipe your ass for you. Boom! I will not tolerate racism. However, if you have your own headcanons and would like to share them in a kind, calm way, then please share. I'm very open to it and love to see how differently these types of media are perceived. Okay, well there, sorry for the aggression. I just really knew what type of audience this might get, so I just needed to get those types of people out quick. Now onto the fun. I'm only redesigning Judy and Nick today because I have so much to say on both of them, because I've been thinking about this since the movie first came out, and I have been wanting to get this off of my chest for years. Also, I'm not going to be talking on my personal political preferences on cops or anything in depth in this video. I only have one thing to say, and that is, all crops are big. Zootopia felt like real cinema to me as a kid, and that feeling sticks with me into adulthood. The constant twists, the characters, and relationships not only being charming but realistic, I really felt a part of myself in at least 5 characters. Now yes, I know most people hate the ending, however I will dedicate a whole section of this video to my review on it, so don't worry, I will go in depth later. And I know the part y'all really want to get to, Judy Hopps is Asian, most likely East Asian, you know, the only part anybody actually remembers is Asian, like Japan, China, Korea, Taiwan, etc. I've said this so many times, but it's a part of me. I'm Filipino, which is Asian, and while I don't think I look like anything but Filipino, my whole life people have assumed that I'm exclusively East Asian, and they love to make it obvious. Yeah, and I just thought that was so interesting, like I told him, like you should say this.
Oh, wow. Are you Korean?
I'm not Korean, actually.
Wow, you really look like it. You have Korean eyes, but not the Korean body. Most of the girls here are flat as boards, but not you. You aren't. Oh, wow.
Oh, that is so nice and professional of you to say to me. Thank you so much.
You really need a hot dog.
You're Asian, aren't you? Yeah, you are.
What the fuck?
Japanese.
What? Class, raise your hand if you think I'm from China.
I didn't raise my hand. I think they're Japanese.
As I have proven, I have a few hilarious examples of this. Hear me out. The one thing that really stuck out to me, even as a kid, was how everybody treated her like she was so cute and tiny and like she was just a baby. All of these assertions based on her looks and race. Like this iconic clip here where Judy says, it's okay for bunnies to call other bunnies cute, but if other people do it, it's just not great. East Asian women have faced a lot of racism in media. The fetishization is just awful. It started with East Asian women being represented as submissive, which led to the infantilization. Infantilization is the prolonged treatment of one who is not a child, who is being treated as though they are one. There's a wonderful essay or article that I'm reading right now. I haven't fully finished it because I have been pretty busy, but there are just some quotes that really stuck out to me. Most Hollywood movies either trivialize or exoticize us as people of color and as women. Our intelligence is underestimated, our humanity overlooked, and our diverse cultures treated as interchangeable. If we are good, we are childlike, submissive, silent, or else we are tragic victim types. And if we are not silent, suffering doormats, we are demonized dragon ladies, cunning, deceitful. This quote was like a punch to the gut because it perfectly encapsulated a lot of my experiences. It also unlocked a super embarrassing, awful memory for me. So, cut back to freshman year of high school, I've gotten kinda used to the weird comments, people telling me they really like Asians, usually as their way to flirt, and this was no different. I had this friend, acquaintance, now enemy, and he stayed behind with me after school because I had to wait for the late bus and I was alone and it freaked me out. That was nice of him. But then we started talking about random things and he looks at me with those, oh dear God, he's gonna say something really weird and ruin our friendship vibes. And he starts ranting about his ex, who was an Asian woman, poor thing, and how he loves Asians. And I don't remember the rest because I was so weirded out, but I'll get to some of the things he said after this. I kid y'all not. After this, would y'all like to know what this man, no, this boy does? He picks me up, tries to spin me around, and I ragdoll because what the fuck am I supposed to do? Now, I will say that I did give him a hug, goodbye, because the bus finally arrived, but I did not consent to be his prop so we can have his weird fucking La La Land moment. And after that, no lie, he never hugged me again, and he avoided me like the plague. Thank God. I do remember him saying how he likes that like Asian girls are tiny and like sweet and quiet and stuff like that. Very weird and fetishy. Another prominent example is how K-pop stars are treated. Now, I will not be naming any groups or stand names because those people are very scary, but the amount of people I've seen that treat these grown adults like little babies that don't know any better is scary. Like, I've seen men in their 40s being brought down to, ooh, tiny baby boy, look at him. Or when K-pop idols have done something harmful and people defend them saying, they don't know any better, they're only Korean. Which is so weird and racist in so many different ways, by the way. Like, what? I've seen K-pop stars do literal blackface and people say they just don't understand and that they didn't mean it. I'm so sorry to break this to y'all, but a lot of choreographers for K-pop stars are not only black, but Koreans have the internet. And a lot of K-pop groups have come to like America, to the States, and to other places in the world. So they've seen black people. And like, also, come on, a lot of them are grown, like grown, okay? Like, come on. Like, I've seen ones do like super racist things in the year like 2022. Like, there's no excuse at this point. And do not get me started on K-pop's obvious inspirations from black culture, but that's not for this video. I've also seen people act like all Korean men are shy babies and that they don't know anything like about, let's just say, adult conversations, like, if that makes any sense. And I feel like that's super weird and just infantilizing, and it's just not cool. Once again, they are grown adults and they deserve to be treated as such. Anyways, I think I made my points prevalent. This may be one point, but it's one point that makes a big difference to me and made a big difference to 12-year-old me. For the drawing, she's obviously a pear girly, so I made sure to give her that shape, and I think she's so cute. I gave her round eyes, and for her hair, I gave her the usual country-ish braids. I think they're super cute, and I think that they can resemble her ears pretty well, and I gave her 2 little tufts of hair that stick out to also resemble her ears. I made her hair a purplish gray, and I think I did pretty good. Oh, also I gave her super cute like bunny teeth. Look at them. Oh my gosh, so cute. I love her little smile. I copied the background from the screen cap reference, and here it is. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Next segment is gonna be more about the art after the intermission. Intermission time. This is a segment of my video where I talk about something unrelated or maybe related for a few minutes, so stretch, get some water, and listen up. So, I have finally figured out a new OC universe, and I will not go in depth, it will get its own video again, but I did want to talk about it a little bit. It's going to be cyberpunk and racer themed, and the characters will be designed after bugs. I know some people have bug phobias, me being one of them, so it can totally be based off of like only butterflies and stuff with no judgment. There's so many variations. I just wanted this one to feel completely different so nobody gets bored. I'm thinking of maybe making a Discord if I can figure it out and find some mods. I'm figuring it out. And finally, before I end this, I got my first fan art by the sweetest Pretty Yuki the artist. Look at this. It's so cute. I literally teared up when I got it. I love it so much. Thank you, Pretty Yuki, so much for this. I love it. Intermission over.
Hey guys, my wife is an old lady. She plays Sudoku.
Okay, this is not for you. This is not your time. Now on to Nick Wilde. First of all, this man is not white. There is literally no way. I've seen some people headcanon him as black, and I asked my wife her opinion, and she said she always saw him as what the fuck? And she said she's always saw what the fuck? And she
You said that the same both times.
And she said she always saw him as Hispanic, so that's how I'm gonna draw him. She actually wanted to talk a little bit about her experiences, so I'm gonna hand her the mic and let her talk about just her own reasonings. Her own reasonings? Yeah? Well, here you go.
This doesn't really pertain to any of Nick's experiences, because I know he was like muzzled as a kid. Do I put a trigger warning for that?
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Okay. But, I mean, I was always seen as like the one that was supposed to be like tough. Like kids would come up to me and like play me as a bodyguard, which I'm black and Hispanic, but I look really Mexican, so I don't know if that really has anything to do with it. I get followed around a lot in stores, so that's more so like seeing myself as more of a predator in the Zootopia like world, like being like a lion or a fox because of Nick Wilde. Like I had one experience where there was this lady in her car and she was just smoking a cigarette, right? And I was handing my dad this bag from the trunk because we were taking my mom to work, and my dad's the Mexican one, so I was bringing him this bag. I think my little sibling stuff was in it because my little sister had started crying and we had to get her bottle. And then she was just staring at me. And as I was like walking back and forth, because I was staying out of the car to put it back in the trunk, as I started like going around to her side of the car, she just closed her window and stared at me with the most scared eyes. I'm like, the fuck did I do? I didn't do anything. I'm just standing here.
Are you gonna say bye?
I hope your day is fruity and fun.
Okay, well, the video's not ending.
I know, but I'm gone. I'm just gonna be ad-libbing throughout your video.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. That was my wife's experience and her own talks about it, just because I don't want to speak for her or anything like that. And she's been in here with me while I've been recording, so I hope y'all liked her little segment.
Hi, guys.
And as I said, it once again just really shows how everything is. It once again shows how everything is in perspective and subjective. When she said this to me, though, I really couldn't see him as anything but, and I love it, especially since I haven't seen an Asian and Hispanic couple. Like, now that I think about it, I will say.
Asian and Hispanic couple.
I was literally gonna say after this, except for us. If you let me finish my sentence. I will say I did relate a lot to the feelings of isolation that Nick felt, and that sort of ostracization of feeling so different and knowing you are, but sometimes not understanding like in what way. The moment he was super awkward and changed the subject immediately, opening up to someone, is so me, unrelated, but like I've admitted this on stream, but when I'm nervous or get in an argument, I go straight into a British accent, and no, it doesn't usually make people laugh, but instead get more angry with me, which is not a great thing mixed with my other bad habit where I laugh whenever I'm uncomfortable. So in this situation, I not only have a British accent, but I'm laughing, sometimes with the British accent. And that is exactly why I avoid confrontation.
Oh, wow, you took my hot dog. I really wanted that hot dog.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to take your hot dog. It was so delicious and good, and I wanted your hot dog. I'm sorry. Hot dog?
Bitch, what the fuck?
I used this image as a reference, and I was struggling to draw the arm, so I just kept it down because I wanted to cry. I took like 5 different reference photos of myself. I redrew it so many times, and I could not figure it out. I gave him curly-ish hair and an iconic smile. I also gave him some dimples just because I feel like it's fitting. I kept drawing his face too crooked and it was fucking killing me. And also, I feel like with how charming he is and with how like smitten everyone is with him, I feel like it really makes sense that he has like a lot of these traits that are physically attractive. It's just they're overlooked because of the fact he's a fox, if that makes sense. However, when I finally did like get his hair right and everything, it was so worth it. Like, I think he looks so charming, and I thought a little stubble would really add to it. Well, not stubble, but like a baby beard. I can't figure out the word. And
5 o'clock shadow?
No. I can't imagine him having a clean shaven face, honestly, and I gave him vitiligo because of the lighter spots on his fur, and I think it looks very good. But every time I turn off that layer, he looks so wrong without it, so I knew I had to keep it in. At first, I was gonna keep his hair just orange, but when I looked closer, I noticed that the tip of his ears were dark, so I gave him dark tips, and I once again loved it. I think he looks very charming and super cool, and I'm really happy with how this came out. There's another fox character, his name is Finnick, and I love him so much. I love seeing characters.
He's not a fox, he's a Finnick. That's a man.
It is?
Yes.
He looks just like a fox.
Yeah, but no.
He's not?
No, he's his own animal, and I'm pretty sure it's called a Finnick.
Wait, I looked up his name and it said his name was Finnick.
That's his name, but I think that's also his.
Okay, so I will say something. Okay, so I was gonna talk about the super sweet fox, the country one. His name is Gideon Gray. I looked it up on Google. Tell me why I said his name was fucking Finnick. And that Finnick is the name of the little guy, and because I'm really bad with names, I was like, no, yeah, that's Finnick. And then my wife right now just corrected me, and I was like, what the and I looked at his name up again, and Finnick, he's a Fennec, yes?
I was gonna say Finnick is a Fennec.
Yeah, exactly. Finnick is a Fennec, and it fucking lied to me, because I looked up what is the name of the other fox in Zootopia. What?
That's like profiling. Google is profiling the animals. I think that makes sense.
But nonetheless, I'm just gonna keep going on my rant about him because I absolutely adore him. I think he is so fucking cute, and I absolutely love him. I love seeing characters who grow out of their hateful nature and acknowledge their faults. Like, he's a sweetie. I want to give him the biggest hug. So anyways, aside from my embarrassment, here's the finished product. I think it's pretty cool and suave. On to the rewrite. Well, sorta, maybe not. First of all, I love the idea of Dawn Bellwether being the antagonist. It makes a lot of sense to me, especially within the narrative of the story, in that it's about race. So first we need to answer the question, what makes a good twist villain? While I believe twist villains are overdone, that does not take away their ability to be done right. I feel that a good twist villain is one where the seeds are planted, and the audience has them on their list of suspects. Now, I know some people love when a twist villain is surprising and out of nowhere, and they were never suspected, but come on, at this point I don't feel surprised, I feel pissed off. Though, I will admit, that leads me to my next question. Is Dawn Bellwether a bad villain? Or is her hate simply a byproduct of the oversaturation of twist villains in media and the fatigue that follows any trend? With a type of mystery series such as Zootopia, the fun part is picking apart every character and trying to find a lead. The world needs to feel lived in, like the villain would have left a trace or two, or maybe someone would make a suspicious comment that would make you arch a brow. When I originally wrote the script, I was going to do a whole rewrite on how Dawn Bellwether is the worst villain and how I can write it better. But after taking the time to watch the movie and take notes, I realized she's not actually that bad. She's actually pretty decent. So first I'm going to talk about some notes I wrote on her and how I feel about the character. First of all, Dawn is not a victim of predators, she's a victim of misogyny. However, she cannot take her anger out on men because of their positions of power. So instead, she plans to attack a different part of him, the mayor, the one who's awful to her, that is easier, that being that he's a predator. This works out in her favor because he's so different from her that she will always be seen as the victor or the victim. There is obviously a stigma around predators. I mean, if there wasn't, then why would people believe they're monsters and that this is part of their biology so easily? Why would their hateful nature feel so natural and like it was just waiting to come out? A key example of this, at least for me, is when the doctor couldn't figure out what it was and went straight to their biology and saying that this is why they're acting violent. Like, really? It's cost from a fucking flower, like, come on now. So she already had that to her advantage. And while evil, that's undeniably smart. Plus, because she's the mayor's assistant, well, the assistant mayor, she knew what Lionheart was doing at all times. While watching the movie, I asked myself, why is Dawn helping Judy and Nick? This makes no sense. But then I thought about it. Really thought about it, and it's pretty damn smart. She planted the seeds for the story, the one we think is the definitive fact where it's just the predator's biology. Judy was the one she needed for this case and was probably the only one Dawn could trust, due to them not only being prey, but both women and similar in size. While I love Judy, she definitely had her own biases and trusted Dawn for simply being another prey. Dawn did her damnedest to make sure Judy knew she was always there for her, and that Judy could always go to her first. Why? So that she could watch her. So that she could see which point she was at to monitor her progress. I love Dawn as a villain because she twists the biases against her into privilege. She's just a little sheep, what could she do? I think it's so interesting, like, that she follows the message, the one Nick says somewhere in the movie that you will never be more than what people see you as, pretty much. Sly fox, dumb bunny. While Nick uses a state of mind as a way to cope with the racism he will always face and his fear of rejection due to trauma, Dawn, with her privilege of being prey, uses the state of mind a little differently. They will always see me as weak, as someone to protect, as a simple little sheep. She pushes this quirky, tiny persona so that people will let their guards down and she can take advantage of them. She uses this phrase to hurt others and slowly rise, while Nick uses it to hurt himself and stay down. It is much easier to climb into positions of power when you are seen as weak, compared to those who are seen as dangerous. I hope that makes sense. I really like how she said, us little guys gotta stick together, no matter who was around, to push her hatred and maybe give some people a clue. No matter how many predators were around, she still made sure to say it. There's one scene, the one where Judy is told she will become the face of ZPD so that the prey will feel safe in the city. She quits and Dawn tells her she shouldn't give up on her dream. Stuff like that. I would have loved it if Dawn, while frantically trying to get Judy to stay and keep her job, she says something like, I need you. This would not only feel more personal and probably make 12-year-old me want them to kiss, but it would show two things. One, Dawn's attachment to Judy and make the audience question why she's so desperate for her to stay. Or two, Dawn's selfishness. She's not done with Judy yet. There's so much more she can do. So many more lives she can ruin. Overall, I love this movie and think everyone should rewatch it. And yes, I cried at the end per usual. I think this movie is just such a beautiful representation of just like race, I guess. I've never felt so seen. Like when I watched this movie as a kid, I never felt so seen. It was just funny because I think I saw it with one of my white friends. And it's like the way I reacted to it was just so different. Like I've never felt like such a...
You saw it as race. They turned into a furry.
Exactly, they did, yeah. I think. But yeah, for me, I've never felt so like connected to a film, even if it's like a lot of people don't talk about it as much and stuff like that. And I'm not talking about the weird comics with Judy. It is just so beautiful to see a movie put these types of feelings, you know, like really on screen like that and make me feel so seen. It does frustrate me sometimes when people say this movie is not about race, because just from how I've lived my life, I couldn't see it as possibly being anything other than that.
Be fucking for real.
Exactly. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Oh my gosh, anything about race, people get mad. Okay, let's be respectful in the comments. Okay, let's not be racist, because if you're racist, I'm not gonna respond to you. I'll just delete your comment, okay? I
will personally destroy you.
So yeah, please be kind, be respectful. These are all my own opinions and how I connect to the film. If you connect to the film differently, that's fine. We are all allowed to, as long as we respect each other's opinions. And if you don't like how I did this video, you can press that dislike button. You can go leave a hate comment on my videos and dislike all those too. Just if you leave a hate comment, can you make sure to watch the whole video just a few times, just so you can get really angry. And then after you leave the hate comments,
you get all your hateful points across. That's why you need to watch it at least 10 times over.
Yeah, 10 times. Make sure you dislike it and make sure you send it to your friends, because if they hate it too, then they'll be super mad.
And then tell them to watch it 10 times over so they can get every single point.
If you want like to commission me to like punch myself in the face for this, so want me to draw Judy pregnant,
that one was random. Do not commission my wife to punch you in the face or I will find you.
No, commission me to draw myself punching myself in the face.
Okay.
Anyways, guys, this is a little too chaotic. Okay, thank you. Oh, that was my thighs. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like my versions, and if you have anything you want me to draw or redesign, please comment that. Please like, subscribe, share with your fellow fruity bears. My commissions are open. Check out my socials if you want to see more from me. I hope the rest of your day is fruity and fun. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I don't have anything to say in this ending section. I'm very scared for this video to come out, I would say. Oh, hello? I'm very scared for this video to come out, because I do not want people to be mad at me for the race stuff. People get really mad when you talk about race.
The people that get mad at you because you're talking about race are exactly who you're supposed to be upsetting, because they suck.
That's true.
And they're getting mad about race. It's something that doesn't even really like, it doesn't concern them, but they're so fucking worried about it that they just need to make it known that it upsets them. Like with the whole Tangled situation. She isn't even actually casted to be Rapunzel, and if she was, you're gonna suck on it!
Also, she's Avantika, or Avantika. I've seen people pronounce her name differently, but people pronounce her name differently. Nonetheless, she's gonna be in a new Disney movie as the main character and no one's talking about it. And also, she looks so fucking good blonde. I saw her and I was like, guys, I wanna bleach my eyebrows. I want to bleach my eyebrows real bad. I want to shave my eyebrows off. I'm having a little bit of a teensy cutie moment. Yeah, okay. What should we sing, babe? Ooh, I bust the windows out your car.
I bust the windows out your car.
No, I'm doing an accent.
Oh, I bust the windows out your car.
Wait, what's the last song? Wait, let's do a tango song.
Let's do the song from Zootopia. Try everything. I wanna try everything. I won't give up. No, I won't give in till I reach the end. And I start again. I wanna.
Okay, this is not a good duet anymore. It's my turn. Oh. Did you shit yourself?
No, I'm gonna take a shower. I was just trying to do it sneakily, but
oh, that's my brother. Okay, bye.
I didn't shit myself, please.
He shit himself. He shit himself.
No.
He shit himself. Cut to skits. Each season works out just like this iconic kill, and after that, no lie, I keep.
Oh, you got a Sudoku? I thought you had that one little fruit game. Where's the fruit game?
It might just be here. Maybe I just didn't add it. See it?
Yes, I'm adding it to your thing.
Bitch, what the fuck?
Wait,
say it louder.
Akil, I hope that makes sense. I really like how she said.
British there.
Shoot.